Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
A lot. You know, the ultimate is also a very good interaction with Casante's ultimate, chunking himself lower and then going for those executes we've seen multiple times. And with some of the nerfs to Casante, giving Urgot...
The pathing begins as PSG start with the invade.
The PSG just trying to see if they can get in here. To spot out if Shun is trying to steal away a camp. But will he get the smite off? Ooh.
600. Flag. Okay, waits it out. Baits it. Archer goes in. He gets a smite. He gets level 2 as Maple's in a bit of trouble as well. Bin's come down. He shocks him into all the charm. Is the start Orb of Deception as well because Knight hit 2. Ebb and flow as Bin's ghosted in, but the flag and drag gets a knock up. You want to fight PLG early. They'll get down and dirty with it. First blood over to Shun.
It's a disaster.
Ultimate ready, so nobody wants to get anywhere close.
Yeah, I mean, the BLG will get Dragon, but honestly, I've been kind of impressed with Junja. He's done a good job of protecting his bot side camps. Yep. Takes Grump, so you can't actually get the camp that's safest for BLG to take. Now he gets his bull.
The ult itself, but they're on ward.
They think they can find it, don't they? I mean, On's not level 6. Betty's going to run on in. They just used a lot. Handshake now missing. Twisted Advance is there. Elk gets flashed. Bramble smashed on. He's going to get into the bailout, though. Ignite's down, but no trade. He's down. Junja 1 auto away. On flashes for it, but he's committed another kill over to PSG. A winning trade thanks to that ward is great.
Beautiful stuff from Junja. The flash forward into the knockback to set up PSG. Colleen not really going to hit.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm not going to listen to that, actually. I'm just going to focus on the good parts of PSG.
La 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 la.
Yeah, I don't care whatever Dagna said. Everyone forget it. I hate logic. Woody running in. Wow, maybe not logical there. The timing he thought with Dragon was okay, but he now flashes away, almost getting caught out while Dragon was the trade for the Grub exchange top.
Are they going to go for a dive up here? Because they've got a roam from Knight. Knight and Shun working in tandem.
Versatility of BLG is also something to highlight here, but it's 3 members in the wave. Look at those little minions, not long for this world. They don't care, they still dive regardless. Arja flashes away and buys time, which is great, but Knight hits the charm. All out in the end. Bin tanks up the last turret, and he's okay. From downtown, though, is Junja with a reverse. As a flash from Elk goes in, fate sealed out. And now the re-engaged Knight has TP down, the charm hits. Hostile takeover, BLG are insane. On tries to run forward for the reset, but eventually does the same. Maple survives and Elk now has no mana. He's running for his life, but sped up is Junja, looking for a twisted advance. He's close, he's in, he's under turret. Junja going deep. Elk survives, but BLG get messy.
Oh, the cleanse clutch there for Elk to be able to survive, but they get messy indeed. I thought Maple was going down with the extra phase rush speed running under the tower. He tries to go back to mid lane. Don't get hit.
He's going to get hit,
He has the flash, he has the ult. I don't think you're getting away from this, Maple. There he goes.
About it. Where is he? Flash Cataclysm, the absolute dunk at the emote afterwards.
It's still going to be a little bit of an issue, but honestly, with kind of the expected matchup here, PSG doing decently for themselves.
The fact that you end up with the lane swap earlier come back to bite them, though, that tower very, very low, but there's a lot of PSG members
Speaking
here.
of which, Elk is low. He took under turret. Shun goes to the back line. They're trying to kill Betty. Knight goes in as well. They're teleporting in. This is so ambitious, but BLG get the reset. Now for Maple to run on in. Knight flashes away and disengages while the rest of BLG found their mark. How are they winning the fight? It looks so janky, so weird. And even bit in the top side. Solo kills. The arena roars at this combat.
The cross map ace. Just as we're trying to compliment PSG on keeping it close, BLG kicking into overdrive. Cross map ace as Bin finishes up his solo bolo. They're going to get 2 turrets after that. And guess what? That's just going to be an avalanche of free reign. He's going to push that one all the way up to tower. And they try. At least they have plenty of defensive wards here through their jungle for PSG, so they can try and rotate to catch.
All in. Betty, do you want to do this? Maybe he does with Junja in as well. Tidal wave as well. Dodge on his dead. Elk is up next. He's about to go into ulti. The bailout's there, but no one there for the reset, and he dropped. The 2v2 of BLG is being baited out now by Might. In the mid lane, Maple's going to drop on down. Knight, excuse me, takes the words away and gets a small trade.
This is actually great from PSG, though. They managed
of LPL. And it's crazy that, again, Elk and On right now are the ones who are getting punished the most.
Yeah, it's definitely BLG skipping steps and trying to play through sides, but this is something that's been happened a lot. It's happened again.
Running up to On, he's going to hostile takeover, and again, saving the day is Shun. Betty takes it as Cataclysm jumps on down. You can see Bin teleported in, and Maple is stuck in the Aerodome. Knight with the Spirit Rush over, wants to go part 2 onto Junja. The charm connects his Ari as clean as ever as Bin shows up to the party. The turret got dropped on down as Junja running for his life, but Knight's flash orb is great, and even if the bottom lane's not working that well, the rest of the map is.
This time around, BLG are ready for the counter in mid lane. And not only do they win the fight, they also get 2 towers.
They are coming alive here. BLG able to collapse and get both of the main carries already down.
Yeah, nice push back there from Bin. And Bin now going to find himself
in a 1v2, 1v3, but he separates it. Never mind, numbers don't matter, because Bin, as he brawls Maple over the wall, Shun is here to answer. His Cassante, what I remember from last year as well, as Arja's caught in this too. PSG is separated. No one is working together as a team right now in PSG as they get torn apart in front of the Baron. That's an easy move for BLG.
Yeah, even though we generally see Bin tend towards the bruiser tops, he still looks sick on the Cassante whenever he brings it out. And now PSG Talon are staring down BLG at the Baron, but I don't know how the hell you can test this. Junja's flash is up in a few minutes, but you don't have it.
Yeah, that's going to be a dream steal. No way they actually pull this one off. BLG are going to secure the Baron. Really good pass maker there from Bin, able to get him against the wall for a perfect ultimate. And the rest of BLG were on the way. But of course, PSG know they're so far behind in this game, they have to keep on just kind of rushing.
Flag and Drag starts us off. This could be the fight that just leads into the enemy base at this point. Junja is getting soloed out by Elk. He has to turn for the engagement. Culling's helping out, but Elk at max range, never mind. On flashes in to Illusion. He sends out the takeover. Elk goes over, and he's bailed out. On is an animal. Knight picks up the tails of the Ari, and Shun just sends in the Thunderdome for a 3rd time.
Yeah, and they have Baron, so they're immediately going to destroy your base as well.
Is that just
BLG!
No way. For what felt like a sloppy game, PSG adaptations, PSG positivity. The Weaver's Wall slowing it down for the spawn timers, so maybe it doesn't end here. But in 22.5 minutes, although it hasn't been clean League of Legends, it's been aggressive and abusive.
I mean, to be fair, it's been clean on both sides. I think PSG Talon in the early
Clean
stage
moments, for sure.
played well against what BLG were doing, but that one skirmish broke the game open, and from there, BLG have looked for skirmish after skirmish, push advantage after advantage, played through their sides into collapsing mid, and they had one fumble where they end up just overextending on mid-wave and PSG punished, but straight after, it's just stuff like this.
How to get free stacks, part 1. Knight says, hey, tune in for my next book. It's going to be another page. But he's running for his life. It's a 3-level.
This is where he again starts to come alive and look for picks, look for plays. So he just continues to keep the pressure up on PSG Talon.
And look, Bin just being a Giga Chat once again. He just runs in. That TP was gorgeous. Maple is knocked back and too far forward. Bin just says, I'll take it. Runs in under turret. Does he care? Ask him. Look at him. Watch him. He just takes 4 turret shots and not a piece of damage inside. Elk sends on for the handshake. Perfect. Shun was expecting him to run back, but as the hostile takeover reaches max range, BLG are once again in PSG's base. It felt long with the amount of skirmishing, but 21 kills, 25 minutes. The tournament favorites looked strange in the early game, but are still so good at outclassing their opponents and smacking them with their wallets.
And they were still...
Especially as you hit level 6, is so incredibly strong. And we already saw a bit of that attention from Shun in the early stage, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it again.
You know what something's really annoying, Kobe?
Being behind to a Jarvan plus being on vision is a little bit dangerous.
Are they just going to go for on, though, is the big question, because there is an opportunity. Oh, wait, Aju!
Oh, the Ren's in as well. It brings the game sound back, and with the blood on is dead, you're right. He's going to be a trade, but a minion kills him in the end, so first blood, no response. Back away, and Shun's like, maybe I don't have to. He's thinking about going back in with On and Knight now moving up. Knight is level 4 as well. Flag and Drag doesn't connect, but good damage here from the dissonance. The flash away from the handshake was good. Now the heal for the re-engage. Junja trying to slow down, but the sapling is out of ranges. Meanwhile, Betty versus Ben. He's punching again. Oh! He gets the auto. Giga Ben has debuted.
Favor in the early stages. Game 1, it was that kill in the river. Game 2, now you're getting these leads, but Ben finds Woody.
Look at the Fury as well. He's close. He's slice and dice to get the upgrade. Gets out of the Aqua Prison as well.
Oh no!
Cole the Meek, and with On's help, it's another kill. The Croc is snapping.
And he came home and caught Woody. It's an absolute absolute disaster. Shun is able to
Every time we look towards mid, Knight is like leveraging the fact that he might flash. Again, lane phase going well. Speaking of, Arja showing up. The all-out going to be used onto Elk, but he's squishy now as he tries to kite back. Elk trying to kite away himself. Arja plays the patient. The flip back as well. Elk ties to a solo kill. Arja gets him back.
This game is revenge of the top laners. Bin gets his kills. Aja gets his kills. Aja had also, he had been solo burning. Go ahead and secure the vision on the other side by mid and then help out Shun.
Swiftness for a reason as he moves around. Junja at least getting the smite down, so EXP bar getting closer here as both junglers might time level 6 at the same time.
Yeah, now now Shun knows that he has smite advantage for the blue, so Shun's gonna be able to take away the blue while Elkin on.
Here we go, 2v2 dive. We talked about this handshake out. Woody is gonna burn down. Auto through Ignite picks as well. Elk under turret finds his mission as Cataclysm burns. Level 6 hit first from Shun. You very smart analyst talking about that level gap. It forces the flash.
They're trying to isolate on this bottom side. I thought they might continue to go for Betty, but they're going to just back away, happy with the turret plates until Betty and Junja are still here. You don't win this! You don't win this!
You have no mana. Waiting out for the dash is easy. Elk styles on him. You know, in LPL, Betty had a positive win rate against Elk. Winning out in standard lanes, they talked about it on the desk, and I think we all mentioned it. It looks so hard to beat as Culling comes through. The tidal wave between Woody in trouble as On takes some turret shots. Archer TP down. They're going to try and find this lane, but they're like, nah, let's take Woody with us. The bailout there. On survives a little bit longer as Elk's now just like, get me Betty, get me the kill. He won't find it. And it's classic BLG again.
It takes 4 members from PSG Talon to shut them down, which means this tower on top side probably going to fall towards Bin, especially if Shun, after taking these so much work on these towers, the second you leave them alone. And now Dragon's down to 4 BLG. Knight going to push out mid before he joins, but On has the ultimate if they want to. Betty stepping very far up here.
Yeah, for the wave dangerous. I like that you pointed out. On is running in. He's got flash available and the hostile takeover. Shun's angle now perfect. Shun just like, maybe I have the angle on him, but as the culling comes through, it's used all for naught as flag and drag out. This is a good counterplay from PSG, but now with Berserk hostile takeover, maxing range. Woody's one shot away because Knight TP'd in to save the day. The handshake might be cleansed, but Betty still drops on down, other than another counter to Elk's matchup, and the deed is done again.
Betty might have the cleanse, but On is too clean, and now Knight starting to move in onto this bottom side as well. They want the tower, they want the picks, but I think they're just too low at the moment. They need to look for the reset.
Yeah, Elk and Shun gonna go for their recalls there.
For the support, definitely a core member of BLG from this series alone. Flag and Drag is starting off yet another fight. Bramble Smash for the disengage, but you look at what's happening bot. Mabel getting zoned under turret. Shun is now gearing up for another Flag and Drag with the orb on top. They're about to make this the dome of control. Junja twisted advances out, but Knight finishes the kill. It's a nice setup as a flash away from Shun to get away from the ultimate from Mabel, but as he flies through, he's interrupted. The disrespect there, and Mabel thought he could channel and get the time, but again, Knight won't let him.
On the top side though, Bin ends up falling to Aja, who gets the solo bolo there, so you get one win for BLG, one back for PSG, but now what happens in mid?
Turret's going to go down. Culling comes out to try and stop it, try to delay it as Elk just deals with the wave, but Betty's standing there! Down goes Shun again! A handshake back as he trades his life, but Elk and On will be waiting as always. BLG take the fight once more.
I love it. 17 kills. He's
Your
gonna be able to
wins
get
up, your
over
lose
Nope.
You know what? I think now he's even in this game. The early gameplay was sick, and that one as a Mastercard latest economy snapshot pops up. Gives a bit of goal.
He's actually had a pretty good game here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, Shun wants more.
Woody's just caught out somewhere where he shouldn't be. Who wants sashimi? Woody runs away. That's lucky for the time being, as the poke from Elk would have finished off in one shot at this point, but an inner turret going down and almost a 10k gold lead. I'm blinking again, and I shouldn't, because I open my eyes at 17 minutes. The game feels like it's done once more.
Nice, he needs to get away.
The Nature's Grasp might catch him out. He flashes for max range, but he's not out. The shockwave in return is built different as PSG find the pick to open up the handshake. Good though, but Shun now isolated. The flip back sets up for the team fight as Aurelian's on the back line as the new target has been. He's taken on the world. He'll burn down. 2 PSG are getting numbers here in this fight. Culling comes out. There's the handshake. Elk stops that in an instant with the Fate's Call himself. On is out, luckily.
Huge for PSG there. Aja is doing...
The Knight just going to collect the waves on top side, but I think it's a case of like shove in this wave mid, shove in top, and then look for the Rift Turret as well, because somewhere on the map here is PSG.
Yeah, for PSG, obviously it's really difficult, but if you're trying to drop a plan, you know, like a side lane play where, oh, they're going to hex gate actually.
They see it though, they see it. Hang on, it's a bait, it's a ruse, it's a hostile takeover. It's a bit of a schmooze. The pullback from Arja though is good as Maple's ulti is isolated. It's great. It sets up for the kill on Elk. BLG thought they had this in the bag, but again in this same place, PSG are winning the fight, but the turnaround is there. Arja on top of Knight is soloing him out while Betty and Woody are now feeling themselves onto On next. BLG are throwing it all away in the same place again. PSG are resilient. They will carry on and they'll find another fight.
Hex gates! They YOLO it on a Hex gates play and they're going to get Baron. Objective bounty shut down. PSG!
She's not getting through a Cassante.
Aja's a hero. The Cassante, level 15. He's going to go down mid lane. The rest of the squad here finish up the tower, and they got it.
Again, Knight gets caught on out. The ulti's perfect from Maple. He's burning for his life, and he gets hit by a tree to drop on down.
The flash as well, burnt by Knight, is huge. Gonna back it up. Dragon in 30 seconds though, PSG. Is it towers or is it Dragon? What are you looking for here?
Like it's gonna be the tower for the time being. They zone off as Elk comes through, pokes out Betty, but the zone control continues. Cullen comes out, Fate's Call gonna be used. Elk sends him in, or rather On sends himself in. Hostile takeover is gonna land as Maple can't dodge away, but Betty does. Arja TP's in under turret and has no fear. This Cassante carrying the game further as an in turret drops on down, and the
Objective for themselves.
Are Jat's cards actually going to be right? That one pull from Shocks coming back to bite BLG right now. You still get the push out the top wave though, which is really the win for PSG here. They don't need to go into the jungle. They know BLG are going to be there.
Call, flag and drag. They're trying to find Maple, but the flag and drag is early. Maple gets on out. He flies out. The face call also used handshake out. Archer with a beautiful angle. The skies will fall, and with that damage that comes over, BLG is slowed. They're burning down. On in the middle of it as well. Ulti's out before he dies, but still dies. Tidal wave through the middle as the culling is flushed away from Finn. But PSG are still controlling the space so well. We got one apiece. The double dragon as well, another point to what you guys were mentioning. PSG aren't in a rush. They've got themselves objectives set up. They've got at least another 7 minutes on top of that, but they're finding a fight now. The singularity down again. The damage from Maple is really piling up.
Renekton isn't here. He's about to TP in. They're going to try and look for the play on this. They know
Mary
going.
Flushes in. He gets a flag and drag, but Betty flushes out, and it's countered. Maple gets down the BLG jungler as Nature's Grass catches the shockwave only onto Arja. They're trying to find the tank, but he survives too. Bin uses the dominance. It gets out as we get a pause after PSG have done so well in another fight. Alive, Shun's not there to smite still. BLG won't take a 4v5 with everything they tried to commit with the mid push. So Baron again. And for the first, we're looking at BLG running out of options continuously, every single fight going towards this red-sided team. And PSG getting closer to picking up their own game in this series. Teleport under turret. It's a great ulti, and Maple's angle leaps better than tidal wave. Combos so nicely. One thing you can rely on PSG for at MSI is their team fighting.
Oh, that was disgusting. PSG, they've done it. They've done it. They're going to push on mid with the Baron buff here.
Can it end? I mean, if they find another kill, maybe they're still going forward regardless with the Baron buff and inhibitor down. What's next?
You still have Shockwave for that wave. That's what Knight needs to try and get in. He's going to try and get the ball, but
Maple's jumping in. He knows the scaling stun. Junja flies through, twisted advantage. Shockwave comes through, but it's only one man onto Arja. It means nothing. BLG had this game, this series point in the palm of their hand. The disrespect, the overcommit, and PSG are waiting to punish. One Nexus turret will drop, the next follows suit, and the Spring Kings of the PCS have arrived to the main stage.
What a performance from PSG! The solo laners stepping up massively to find the picks.
Yeah, become a big fan of this Urgot after the early stages of play-ins. With it having a lot of success in the hands.
Dragon, though, jacked up as the push still came in, and Betty and Woody had priority in this bottom lane.
Yeah, should be the trade for the Void Grubs getting started up there by Shun, the Wukong. And the extra experience off Void Grubs here, too, to outplay. And so, wave about to crash.
But low mana bars, what's going to do it? Looking for the level 6. Heal comes through, Junja matches, and the flash comes through, the cease and desist. First blood for PSG. Junja on the back end looking for the next trade as plate's taken. Junja about to die, he flushes on in, runs on in, On's out in the meantime, and Junja oversteps. Knight for the trade-off as Maple now rolls on in, but he's got no flash.
Finish off the repeat there onto On. Then they rotate him on over to the mid lane here.
Elk are mid now for the time being, though. There's a lightning crash down there, flash on top of it. Gets taken out by Betty. We go back to that head-to-head record, and Betty starts styling again.
Betty with the flashes! That's the electric Pikachu! Oh my goodness, he goes for the Summoner Spell advantage play, level 6, blows him up.
This is supposed to be set himself up in this bot side river and gone, no, I will not take top camp.
Yeah.
I will not go and take my next turn. I will sit in this bottom side.
Thanks to them having 6 grubs as they push it for the next.
And this is why I wasn't a big fan of the Wukong when it got locked in draft.
Culling.
It feels like you just can't play around the lanes, but now on
That was
Dirty
Culling,
the business
he
end of a
committed
punch.
forward as well. Cease and desist is up, and it locks down this 80 carry flash away from the Aqua Prison, and fear beyond the death and the death of BLG in this game 3.
Giovanni does it again. This champion is
He
so
doesn't fall, but he's not giving an inch. He's just going to reset, make sure that there's nothing that BLG can get on the counter punch as PSG get the bot lane.
to catch right back up. They also do have the 6 Void Grubs for split pushing to acquire a lot of the standing tower.
Start to shove in mid, start to lean down onto this bottom side. Although, as I say that, because you get to skip the boots here, Kirche Shard for Elk, he's kind of firing on all cylinders as well.
But let's see, is that movement still going to be punished? Betty just runs on in and ults. He's up, cease and desist on Elk again. Caught on out as he flashes over. Betty's feeling the series. Pop Blossom comes up as well, and Shun's ulti's negated. PSG are taking everything from the LPL favorites in a split second. MSI 2024 is turned on.
Not what's happening.
Getting Betty back on this team, pairing up with Maple on the international stage here.
It's BLG playing to where they're not supposed to be. It's BLG trying to force plays into this bottom side, but you just do not belong in that area. But there's the Riptail.
Good skip though.
BLG,
Gets the
look at
charge in.
Aja.
You mentioned Archer on the side here, no flash available, but fear beyond death. PSG are running on low mana bars here. Cullen comes out and tags them. BLG, we come back to reality, and suddenly this double mid push turns the play back on its head, and it's still dead even gold here. Remember, PSG got the sole point from that pick in jungle, but now mid.
It could be a big difference maker.
Waiting. Patient are the PCS. Elk steps up, good poke onto Betty. Knight doing the same. Culling brings it off at Maple. Flash finds Elk. Tangle Buzz is flashed out of in response. Shun gets an engage and Maple's down. Archer TP's in as well. PSG have to disengage. BLG have found a pick, and no one dies on their side.
Maple tries to make the play, but just falls that little bit short as Elk is able to cleanse and flash away. They get the pick back, but now BLG, they want more!
They're not expecting
Oh,
it.
Betty.
Shove away. Betty is lucky to be alive too. Woody gets poked on out. And just we're hyping up the PCS, there's starting to be this pick potential that we're going to work with for BLG.
Yeah,
Aqua Prison onto John Jar. Seismic shove there. You cannot sleep for a moment as Chengdu has woken up.
BLD do such a good job. Off of the pick towards mid lane, they invade jungle. They keep looking for the picks in transition and squeeze out even more off of their play. Finding the bubble into the shove back, plus they're going to get outer tower.
And now the perfect time for the reset as well, because as you shove in these waves, you pick up a second eye.
My eyes on Betty. Betty with double summoner spells here.
Yep.
Plus the Lulu to back him up.
Shun is frontlining for the time being. Seismic shove away. Arja gets caught on up with the pebbles in the way. Junja flashes, but the clone! Maple can't get in. He's ulted. Nothing. No flash on the Nico Hertz as a seismic shove. It's gorgeous. PSG, it's only one mistake. But BLG there waiting. As Betty gets to the back line, the wild growth might bring the fight back, but Shun, double cyclone. It's enough. The golden left hand is still ready and willing. Woody is the remnant of this hope from the PCS. But again, we close our eyes, we open them once more, and BLG are back on.
And that's going to be Baron. They ace them. They wipe them off the map. Oh, Junji is going to...
PSG Talon.
All right, back at the Dragon, trying to rush down the Dragon's soul.
Okay, if they get Cloud Soul, we're back in the swing of PCS as Shun jumps on in, looking for the steal at 2K, 1K. It goes down, Knight took it. Running on in, PSG now. Do they fight? Do they look for BLG's window as Betty runs forward again? This Zeri is everything here as Cullen comes through. Junja is the new target. He's running away. The Vine needs to be healed up. But Redemption does it. But Shun's in. Cyclone again, backline. They're all together. Maple's too late. The mid laner from PSG saw it, but it's too damn late.
They're teleporting mid lane as well. They're going to go straight for the inhibitor tower, chasing down Ajas.
I called them resilient. I called the PCS a surprise, but BLG, you can never doubt them. The aggression continues. Ben runs forward, ends his life. The ace, the open base, and BLG smack PCS in the face.
BLG, they find their moments. Once they get that one fight, that one opportunity, they completely blow open the game. And PSG Talon are left dizzy as the base is taken.
What resilience in the early game, but it's thrown back at them. The Nexus is still there. It's still BLG's. They're back.
For Gigabin in the top lane, into the Cassante.
For the first ever time
Really?
on the competitive scene, we are
Getting
going...
last.
Rinse and repeat this one. Bin now zones him off. 4 members here. How clean will the dive? Kobe asks the question, shall we receive? He buys time, pushes back, and the damage ain't there. On takes 2 turret shots, almost dies. They're going to rinse and repeat, and now as Shun gets healed on up, he tanks the turret, and First Blood goes over to Bin for the response, but Woody's roam mid. Knight's in a bit of trouble. He's going to be flared up, slowed down, autos through. Knight holds onto the flash, importantly, but Betty gets a turret plate.
And I gotta bring it
Top side.
But Asha is going to hit level 6,
Yep.
have Ghost, and Bin is just going to lose his mind because there's nothing he can do about it. Wave is pushing out from him, he can't do anything.
He can't, and there's a level 6 Sejuani here.
Just walks into Brush, he's like, hang on a minute, ward's down. Junja holds on to the ulti, but Ben ghosted off that as well. He's scared. He's trying to kite and condemn down, but Permafrost Glacial Prison. True shot barrage. Woody's range in, he flashes, gets the kill, and Ben is down.
The true shot barrage from downtown is the extra little bit of damage that they need, and Woody.
This bottom lane turret.
And it's not just the fact that they have these experience leads for top and for jungle. It's that also, everybody knows, top laners on low economy, you would much rather have a low economy Cassante, especially in the hands of Aja after he had such a good game for PSG earlier in the series on it. And Bin here on the fasting vein gonna have a bit of a rough time as Aja's kind of low now.
Is he gonna die? Close to Feathers Fly, Elk overzealous. Aja gets out.
The biggest problem I've had is that most of my games I've seen a low economy Vayne top, and I feel like I'm getting to see a very similar story here, as now Terrors will be traded on both sides of the map, but Void Grub's going to be spawning on the top half of the map sooner.
And for BLG once they get an ace onto PSG. So we'll definitely still keep track of the possibility of those team fights, but PSG, I just have to say, they're racking up so many objectives, so many.
And with Rift Herald now available on the map, this is where PSG Talon can look to try and utilize the fact they have control over mid. Elk.
Quickness. Oh, stops it, interrupts, and with the knock-up as well from the grand entrance, Maple's got nowhere to go. Knight comes in, and giving gold to the hero of BLG is exactly how you start.
The golden left hand. We just say how much pressure is on
Maple well.
And it's just gonna be that trade. Bottom side for PSG, for top side over there for BLG. Of course, if you have the Rift Herald, you usually get a way harder push.
TP from Ice, just into this bottom side to try and defend this. A lot of members of PSG though, Shun hiding to see if PSG overextends.
Knight flashes though, it's Maple rather, but Knight's now fully committed. Permafrost 1 and flashing for it, Junja under the turret, but not enough damage, they all come in. Junja about to die though as Shun gets a trade. Now Vault Breaker's out of here, but the rest of BLG, Kobe, what's happening?
Elk and On are on the way. They were thinking about making it a long play there, but nobody's gonna chase. Elk got chunked too low under the tower, so he can't afford to.
Why would he? I wouldn't be surprised to see immediately Maple collect his bot wave and another attack onto the tier 2 come through from PSG.
And BLG with their gold lead. Let's see about the mid prio as well, as all the pings are coming out. Jinjia.
Elk could be in trouble. He's trying to dodge everything. He's got double summoners available, but it's a full collapse. Arj's position is great, but the feathers fly out, but Elk's still targeted. And look at this Cassante, but he commits, he goes for it, and Shun is saving Private Elk. PSG committed hard for that. Their top laner dead. The play stymies a little bit more as Junja looks for the final kill onto Elk. He continues chasing.
I think that's going to be it, as they can't chase into the darkness too quickly. Jinjia's still sniffing around though. Couple
No
wards
way.
go
Oh
down.
my God.
They got him.
Captain Junja, meanwhile, finds a pick where none existed, but the turnaround as Shun held onto the ulti. Knight comes in, gets a kill. Woody exemplified there with the trade.
Oh, Betty's messing around with a Vi as well.
EP being burnt. This is getting chaotic real fast. We're going into the trenches as BLG have to get away. Archer running forward, gets the slow Maple with the seismic shove on dodges. Great little quickness, or rather shielding done to get out of the way.
But it's the one-for-one trade in terms of the kills. And when
Arrow being down is huge. True Shot Barrage can help out for the poke as well. It's not going down as quickly as you'd think. The True Shot Barrage flying through hurts Elk. There's the front to back starting off as On has the quickness to get out there. The Baron is on PSG's side. The poke reigns supreme. And now PSG have unleashed Baron in front of them. They're hitting down, looking for the fight. Betty goes forward, but Baron at 2K going down. Bin's angle, shot. Whoa! He can't steal it. PSG being given a lifeline. Bin goes into the final hour. Junji gets hit. Knight ulti hits one. It's Woody. He may have saved the game, but he's poked out two. The range insane. Betty still winning the fight. Arcade shit. Insane. Betty. God damn. We're going to game 5, aren't we?
Betty and Maple, they take over, and PSG are gonna destroy BLG.
BLG come at PSG from every single angle. They had to defend themselves. They had to land every shot. And Betty likes those odds as they start to move forward. On watches as structures fall in his face.
Oh my, that Baron was a death trap for BLG. PSG caught them on it. The stun at Baron, they got 2 down. And now PSG, not only do they get the Baron, they get the Dragon, they get the mid push. They took 2 towers after that. Hey, look at this. Betty's ultimate plus Baron. Elk gets annihilated. On gets hit with Junji's ultimate, and then Baron finishes him off. And you've got a crazy situation here, Dogda. Elk is so low already from the early damage that it makes it hard for PSG, but then Shun still gets into the pit, and Aja's gonna try and ult him out.
And then they do ult him out, but Bin is standing on vision, so PSG know they can just turn immediately over. Aja falls, but after that it's Shun trying to set up again, but Knight doesn't quite get the distance he needs onto Maple, so that then Maple able to get the damage down. And watch Betty, this is a masterclass. Gets the damage onto Shun, flicks back into Elk, turns onto Bin, and just barely, with Maple's help, is able to finish off the Bin.
Maple, those rocks, they killed Vi as he was point blank so close to getting that kill onto Betty, but they chopped him down. My goodness.
Power plays already brought up 3K. That was a fight of inches.
The funniest part too in the replay, when Aji ults out Jun, like the smite fight had already taken place, and they already won it, but now we're right back onto the rift. It is Dragon Soul point.
One might be caught on out, Arrow almost hits Elk. PSG can feel it, taking it to a game 5 in this time, and they are stepping up to the LPL first seed that we all expected to be tournament favorites. Junja's ulti hits backline. Somehow the Weaver's wall's on Elk. They got the bot side. The feathers around, but he's against the wall. Still the damage done as PSG.
Because again, we have to keep reminding people how BLG have won their 2. Wait, teleport is deep.
I mean, you might have set it up, you're right, but they turn instead. The cease and desist runs on in. Elk doesn't have the ulti burner before Aja. Behind enemy lines, Elk's been abandoned. Knight may have saved the play though. Aja separates us. Now for PSG, you can see Woody and Maple's damage can't be underestimated. Elk is down and Bin's now only coming in late. The final hour for this Bane. As Aja's still switching up. Watch Bin, the man we didn't talk about the whole game, is cleaning it up onto Maple. He kites away. PSG still has the member advantage, but On and Bin are running for their lives.
They're trying desperately to get away. Judges to follow the ult. Hit Bin.
One up and on to Bin. They can't finish the job. The poke's not there. Maple can't get in range.
The ultimate to come up from Woody. They're just trying to chase them down to buy a little bit of time. Arrow. The clock is ticking.
There, slowed on down. The vision gained as well. Who's Woody gonna hit? Flashing forward. Bin tries to outplay, gets one, but down he goes. PSG with another.
Maple flashes over. They trap the other kills. This game is getting crazy.
And it's not going to doubt on your shoulders.
Yep.
The Azir was not something in your wheelhouse. This is your moment to try and show that you can step up when BLG needs you most. Stepped up like you have in the LPL. Step up on the international stage.
Trying, On's caught out though. On's caught out. The Rakan's caught out. He's down. PSG have found a crucial pick leading into this game for us. Knight takes the Emperor's Divide, or rather, the ulti's there. He's disengaged on as he goes golden. I mean, Knight hasn't found the window. He's caught up. PSG are dropping them like flies. Elk and Ben now getting disintegrated. And man, the PCS is alive.
PSG are going to push us to Silver Scrapes. We're going to a game 5 here at Jakku.
What world are we in? PSG Talon were doubted to get out of play-ins. They were doubted to be able to put up even a single game against the LPL first seed. And when they were doubted most, they push us the furthest distance possible.
We all asked the question, who is the unknown? Who knew all along while taking us to a game number 5 that PSG are the unknown at MSI for 2024. Silver Scrapes, here we come.
Farmfest, and now you're opening up a opportunity for the pushing bot lane, the pushing mid, the setup for Shun to try and look for these fights.
Getting out HP traded.
Watch where the Kindra's going towards those. Shun has his camps respawn on this top side, so could actually look for an immediate play up towards his top lane. Maybe here just to help push this in, but if Aja overextends like this,
Could be a bait, you're right. Archer running forward, still without that level 5. How close is the level up? The pushback as Shun is now here. Mark not on this Udyr, but he's going to have 1-2 of a knock through. It's a first blood for the Kindred. A big opener.
It's so big because it's also a mark there, Shun.
Here in the lane is getting less and less, or rather, his ability to punch back, while BLG are not only getting plates topside, then grubs, now bot dragon as well. That's the S lead 2. The only difference is that gold is actually in Shun's favor with the early kill. It's almost a 2k gold lead here with BLG stacking objectives as we talked about before.
Shun is
now
back.
Shun's coming top. He hasn't marked Arja, so maybe not giving it away, but the all-out's already been used, and Shun has the mounting dread. 1, 2, and 3 is all it will take. He's running for his life, but Shun has to flash away. Still a second kill, but the flash have to be careful. There's no response here, but still maybe not the tools to lock down this PSG duo. Hang on, TP. Says Jake, shut up, and I agree, let's go. On to Betty, under turret, he flashes away, it's TP response. He's out of there, saved as Woody does the same thing, but Betty's just dead. All of a sudden, as Tarmken spits out that weird bear, Mabel has to run for his life. We look to the right side, the range is there, the flash, Elk on Virus, Pop Blossom as well, and BLG to game 5 are back. They bring the aggression on dives to the turret, and now Woody's up next. No Tangle Path for you, but BLG are firing in the early game. They will take no more of PSG's crap.
It's a BLG party in that top.
15 minutes, 2 turrets stacking with a 6k gold lead and a Kindred on the horizon. It's looking real good for BLG to maintain their respect here in this series after PSG pushed them so far.
Yeah, they locked in. They're going to be able to get bottom tower in addition to all of the neutral objectives and steal away a marked Gromp here.
yeah, objectives that are coming up as well, because do you care about a Chemtech Dragon? Do you care about a Chemtech Soul? Can PSG just look to huddle under
Shun.
tower? BLG say no.
Shun just there to punish. I mean, Shun might have to get on out. He's smited down to be slowed on. Down there's the Lamb's Respite. Entered at the edge. He's going to get the heal and then run away. He flashes him back as well. The center ulti there, but nice! Rolls on in and says no more of it. PSG are taken down by the 2. Bin cleans up the rest, and when you can rely on someone, you want to rely on Knight.
And they had already prepped the side wave. That one's at the secondary turret, while the rest of BLG here, 4-1 split push.
Fancy can cleanse away CC, but it won't be needed anyway. The threat of damage too great. Shun helps with this turret. 6 grubs. That's how fast they'll control up here as well. They can eventually shift that down. They've got a 3rd dragon on the way. I guess PSG can be happy it's only Chemtech Soul. Wait, never mind. Elk might be caught out. He flashes away, but outside the range. Ooh. Change corruption in response. Woody running for his life, spits out Mabel, but that TP from Arja puts him in harm's way. Now Junja and Shun are fighting it out, but Junja runs for his life while all the damage and poke from BLG just can't be negated.
PSG had to run for the hills, so BLG take the fortress instead. And now they're moving on towards the next one. Those 6 Void Grubs are going to do so much work.
What resilience PSG has shown, but this game 5, Silver Scrapes is a stomp. One that Knight is taking so easily. The run forward with the Pop Blossom is easy as that. The center ulti ain't at the point yet for Betty. And BLG will take that dragon easily. 9-0. We've seen such prowess from this team from the PCS, but in the end of it all, game 5, BLG have returned to greatness.
Not bad. They countered the attempted play from Maple from PSG over the wall, and then they took 3 objectives from them.
Arrow comes out, and it can't be buffered, and Knight's there. Look at the CC chain. Heartbreaker can't buffer it. Junja's down for 30 seconds, and it's now a 10K gold leader, 20 minutes.
What do you do? BLG, they're just going to continue to shove forward. Bin is starting to group here, but the turn at least from Maple.
And Maple has to pull off a miracle, but is it even possible? I don't think so. At 2K now, Maple runs forward, blast cone there, but Smite as easy as that. Arja walks into his death, make it 11. It's a stomp, it's back to square one. And it's Baron now, the Red Bull Baron power play that BLG gets.
I'm just very angry with Maple about it still. Making sure that Maple has not had the impact that he had at least in the previous games. The Railing Sol looked fantastic. He had his moment throughout this, but no more will BLG be put down. They want to make sure that they continue on the upper side of the brackets.
You said it before, but Shun Kindred, they made him angry. And he has been unleashed this game. The kill's on top side early, but BLG, I mean, it's 21 minutes into the game. They're already knocking on the front door.
This turret soon to fall as well. I mean, the extra range from Shun helps out, but the minions are doing it for them. You can see Bin is guiding a wave in the bot side as well, and PSG still don't have Woody up for another 5 seconds. So as they go to receive that bottom wave, that was carried in now by Knight and Bin. The mid inhibitor just drops on down. A bottom turret now getting poked as well. What do they do? They just stand there and watch. The range is too much to deal with.
It's a horror show.
Look at Bin. He just runs in, 3-man flip. There's a good flip back, but Elgas flash again. The range comes into question. No reset. And Betty now at half HP. Arja walks in as well as Knight. Zones him away. Gentlemen, the arrow flies through. I mean, BLG are just cleaning house. There's Knight again. In style, the golden left hand lands it all. Back in action as Lamb's respite comes through. The minions doing their work on Nexus turrets, and I don't know if this is going to be the end.
I don't think you can end just yet. PSG are still going to be coming out of the base. They have the defender's advantage in health bars, but towers are falling. How happy will BLG be? The TP
by BLG. Maple trying to do what he can, but Knight locks 3 of them up. And then on the fountain healing there, Betty actually is able to survive, and that's how they're able to fight him off.
Betty said, now do we want to question if the series is going to end here again? 30 seconds, BLG are running through mid with 1 second left of Baron.
All right.
I can't believe.
I think it's a goner.
I just can't believe it ends like this. I don't think people at home can believe it as well. PSG were blasted out of the water. BLG asked for respect on their name again. Arja dead for the 7th time on this Udi. It's a great ult from Maple, but they don't have the damage. They're so far behind. Junja, even with the reset, going to get sent on up. He can't stop that damage, and BLG, they were tested, but they still get it over the line. In a game fight, they push through, and they find their footing at MSI. However dicey, it wasn't